Are you struggling to close deals? Cold outreach is wasting the time of both the buyer and seller at every stage, especially when sellers are using shallow and outdated data. Your organization can overcome these challenges with technology that translates comprehensive, high-quality buyer data into real-time insights. These deeper insights empower sales reps and teams to adopt the habits of top performers, which leads to better outcomes, like more pipeline, higher win rates, and larger deals. We call this deep sales. And we've built the first deep sales platform with the next generation of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Right now, you can try LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get a 60-day free trial at linkedin.com/trial. That's linkedin.com/trial for a 60-day free trial. Let LinkedIn Sales Navigator help you sell like a superstar today. Just go to linkedin.com/trial and get started.
Getting the smile and confidence you've been dreaming about, all from the comfort of your home, isn't a total mystery with Byte clear aligners. Just don't be surprised if all your friends start asking, "What's your secret?" Begin by ordering your at-home impression kit today for only $14.95. Byte clear aligners are doctor-directed and delivered to your door. Treatment costs thousands less than braces, plus they offer flexible financing, accept eligible insurance, and you can pay with your HSA FSA. Get 80% off your impression kit when you use code WONDERY at Byte.com. That's BYTE.com. Start your confidence journey today with Byte.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm your host, Robin Black, and this is It's All About Healing podcast. In today's episode, I wanted to speak about the false reality of a missed opportunity. And so many, I hear this missed opportunity all the time. The number one thing that people will regret in life is a missed opportunity. And I don't agree with that because one, we must always hold on to the fact and just remember that God has already calculated all of our steps, right? He gives us mercy and grace. His mercy and grace, it never stops giving or forgiving. God knows that we were born into sin. He knows all of these things. So when we feel like, oh, I messed up, I made a mistake, I should have never did this, I should have never did that, because I did this, I missed out, I lost my opportunity. No, it's already the path that you were already on. Just like whenever you hear people say God has already ordered our footsteps, right? It's the path that we're on. Whether we take a detour, a wrong turn, or whatever the case may be, it's all a part of his design, right? It's the great masterpiece that's unknown, but never missed. Nothing that is meant for us will ever be missed. If it's an opportunity that you wanted in a school, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a house, a car, whatever the case is, it does not matter. Just because you don't have it right now doesn't mean that you won't. It doesn't mean that your opportunity was missed. I heard a conversation the other day where someone was saying, man, I was supposed to go into the Navy, but I missed that opportunity because I had a child. That doesn't mean that you missed the opportunity. It means it just wasn't meant for you to go, right? Either it wasn't meant for you to go or it wasn't meant for you to go at that moment. You still could if you really wanted to. But it's just like that song that Stevie Wonder song where it's Superstition. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer, right? Because superstition, it's not the way to go. A missed opportunity is only a superstition, right? You're believing in something that you don't fully understand. You feel like, okay, I missed it. Now what do I do? Now you go into this, not, oh, woe is me, but you go into now I'm feeling discouraged because I feel like I missed this opportunity. It passed me by. But I don't care who you hear it from, right? There's so many false prophets out here. There's so many People, it's like you got to be careful of the things that you listen to, even the songs that you listen to, the memes that you read, all of these things that will say a missed opportunity or someone saying, "Oh, you know what I mean? That train, it's already passed. You missed it. You missed that train." But it wasn't meant for you. You cannot miss anything along your path because your path is only designed for you. Only you, God, and the universe know where your path leads. And sometimes you don't even know, right? It's about that next step, right? Because God, the way that He conceals, right? He conceals and He reveals. Sometimes He just wants you to take that next step without seeing what that next step is, right? We might be lost in a headspace of what am I doing wrong? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so lost, and it feels like you're falling, like that never ending, where am I going to land? I need to just land, right? I have no idea where I'm going because I'm so confused in life, and I feel like I missed out and I didn't do this, I didn't do that. That's when we got to open up our hearts and invite God in, right? He's always there. He never leaves us nor forsakes us. He's always going to catch us when we fall. But when you realize and you know that He's always there and that you're always going to be okay, it does not matter how many mistakes that you make or that you feel you have made. God is still right there. There is nothing that you can do that will surprise Him at all. Everything that you do, He, trust me, He already knew that you were going to do it. That's why He's the Alpha and the Omega. He is the beginning and the end. He already knows our end, right? So why are we acting like, oh, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in so much trouble? No, you're not. You're not gonna be in so much trouble because He already knows your end. He already knows what you're gonna do before you even think about doing it. He is the beginning and the end. Sometimes even for those of you who are like me and God gives us visions, right? We see things and you're thinking, okay, well, God, you showed me this vision the other day and it's not happening. Right? Sometimes He shows us a vision because he's showing us what our end is gonna be. We don't know when it's gonna happen. We don't know. It's like, thanks. Now we got to piece it together and try to figure it out. No, it's just like, okay, thanks. Thanks for the vision. That's a blessing. But now I just got to move through life knowing that, hey, whether it be today, tomorrow, in the next 10 years, I know that this is coming. But it's about enjoying the journey, enjoying the road that leads to what it is that He has already shown me. He's showing me that for a reason. He's letting me know, hey, your life can be what you make it. But life is it's a beautiful thing even though it's hard. There will be suffering. There will be sacrifices that need to be made. But it's still about the journey, right? Because when you have God with you, He's the one that puts our minds at ease. It's something like it's very hard to explain at times, but when you just like for me, I talk to him all day long, all day, every day, right? It could some people say, oh, you need to meditate, you need to do this, you need to do that. Some people actually go and meditate for 20 or 30 minutes, an hour, whatever the case may be. But me, I it's like I'm in a constant state of meditation sometimes because I'm always talking, right? I'm always talking to God and the universe, asking God, okay, God, just please go ahead and direct my path, lead my path, and also give me that discernment. I always am asking for discernment, even so on the days that I forget or whatever the case is. I'm like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm asking for proper discernment. Help me understand the things that I don't understand. Help me start to understand the things that I just do not see, right? Because when we don't understand what happens. When we don't understand, either we start freaking out or we try to always make sense of it, or we sometimes look to others to help us understand. And that's not always the answer. Sometimes others, you can use others as guides, have other people, what other people say, or what other counselors, pastors, ministers, what they say, your best friends, your family. They can guide you. Use them as a guiding tool, and that is it. Never lean on someone else's words, right? Especially when it comes from man. If you're constantly leaning on this, you're trying to understand by what man is telling you and not what God needs you to understand. And then you're going to constantly just stay stagnant. And often it's like when we run from our problems, you try to use avoidance, right? We just try to run away from it. But sometimes standing still, if you're in a career that you can't stand, or a job that you can't stand, a relationship that you can't stand, that's also running away from your problems just by staying, right? Sometimes we stay because we're scared, right? That fear of what could go wrong, right? What if I leave and I never find this again, or I'm never going to be financially stable if I leave. You get in this false reality, right? Just like that false reality of a missed opportunity. You have to be able to move. And the only way to move is to trust in God, because that's what faith is. Faith without works is dead. Therefore, you have to move in faith. When we don't know, when we don't understand, when we cannot see, it's saying, God, I don't know what in the world is next, but I do know that I'm not going to miss anything that's meant for me. Sometimes some of us are going through, um, I can't stand the job that I'm in. Okay, so you're looking for jobs, you're applying night and day, and you say, God, I just don't get it. I have the skill set, and yet no one is hiring me. I just don't understand. And God says, because I need you to be uncomfortable in order for you to grow. The reason why I am keeping you where you are is because I need you to grow. There is a lesson that needs to be learned that you have not learned yet. Or it's other things that need to be in alignment, right? The place where he really wants you to go may not be available just yet because it's not in alignment yet. There could be there could be a perfect job out there with somebody that's in that seat that is meant for you right now. But that person, God has to orchestrate the way that he wants their path to go before he can bring you in. That's why it's all a part of his masterpiece as to how all of these things work and how strategic and calculated God really is. And that's what makes it so amazing to just see, okay, God, this is horrible. I'm miserable. But at the end of the day, I know that you have me. I know I'm going to be okay because I know whatever is meant for me, you're going to lead me there. Nothing that is for me will ever be missed. So please just remember, there's no such thing as a missed opportunity. Again, I'm Robin Black, your host of It's All About Healing podcast. Everyone, stay blessed.